And we are live. Welcome everyone. We have let's see, we're gonna do Great Minds United on the blue team. Will that be okay today?
Yeah, that'll be.
Okay, and then we got the red team with the bushy fanboys. So we're gonna see on the blue team we see Mexican with Kumakarna. We see Karushisu with Mercury, and we see Jigs on Ra. And what do we see on the red team over there, Acerwinds?
And on red team, the right hand side of your spectator, you are the Bushy fanboys. DM Brandon playing Kali, Gusta playing Hercules, and McLovins playing Habwa. Now, this is going to be an interesting game. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this will be great. We've seen many teams get here to the finals. We've been playing for the past couple hours here. They've been in this tournament. We're going to see who's going to be able to take the championship home with them and win those 5,000 gems.
5,000 gems, if only I
Five
could enter.
5,000 gems. Yes, I would love to win
If
5,000
only
gems.
I had, if only I could play this game properly. I would enter. Anyways, DM Brandon has gone straight into the balanced blade, which we all know he's going for the chin size. And that's basically Kali's core item. DM Brandon playing his favorite and only character he knows how to play, Kali. This doesn't look all too good for Great Minds United unless they know a hard counter to Kali that we don't.
Right. We can see Kali get in there and deal a lot of damage. She has the AoE stun. She has, bleed damage. She has a lot of things able, really going for her in this in this very high combat game mode. We see Mercury getting some harassment on Kali. Kali is out by herself, and she's going to retreat towards her towers, able to get out of there just by taking a little bit of damage from Ra. So how do you feel about this? How do you feel about Kuba Karna starting Mexican on the blue team, starting with Watcher's Gift in the Joust mode? Do we see that very often?
We don't see that very often. I'm quite surprised we are actually seeing it at all right now. But he does want the last hits. Last hits are very important as experience is so needed, so little in 3v3 that many supports fall behind.
Right, we see Kuba Karna going in with the blink, stunning Kali and trying to get the second stun onto Kali, but luckily Kali was able to get out of there and not take very much damage. That was great maneuverability from Kali we saw from DM Brandon.
McLovins and Gussa now come into lane. They are level 4 because I believe they picked up 4 camps, which was pretty good, but Mexicans going back, and if any of those actors are completely finished, they're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, that blink in with the AoE stun, with the stun from his 2. Again, I apologize for not knowing the exact names. And then on top of that, we're going to have the creepier curse. I mean, the AO or the crowd control from Kublai is just going to be ridiculous, even more so than it already is. See Hebo getting a bit of harass on a couple of the members of the Great Minds United. However, they're able to get out of there without taking too much damage. Minions are going to rush the tower, and they're going to be able to easily defend it with all at full health.
Now, this Hercules pick, that's what I'm looking at right now. Since Hercules did recently get buffed, his casting time did get lowered, I believe. So his reactions are a lot faster. Excavate now finally has CC immunity on it, so he's not going to be interrupted 10,000 times in one team fight. And sitting level 5, he has that massive boulder if he wants to use it.
Right. We're just waiting for Mercury to get his ultimate. Then we're gonna have all 5 Kublai coming in, hitting his ultimate onto Hebo. Ra able to secure the kill on a Hebo. We see Kali dropping low. Mercury hitting Kali, popping the ultimate, going in onto Mexican. Kublai falls, but is not dead yet due to his passive. Mercury is dropping low, staying for the fight. Hercules dropping low also, and Ra and Mercury both are able to defend Kublai. And let's see, what did we see there? We saw a Hebo drop, so we saw a trade 1 for 0, which is great. Picked up the first blood for Great Minds United.
Great Minds United did pick up that first blood, and this is what I did say we should be watching out for the Hercules, but that's god wise. Player wise, it's all about Jigs. Jigs plays a Ra so well, it's hard not to be able to just simply admire it. And we're going to be seeing that right here. Also, you did say it was a 1-for-1 trade. I personally think it was more than that, since Kumbakonna's passive Sleepy was knocked off by DM Brandon, so Mexican won't have that for another 5 minutes, I believe.
Yes, and the passive was popped. It is on cooldown now, so we will see that. However, you know, if Kubakarna does not die often, there we go. We see the blink in ultimate coming up onto Kali. Kali dropping low from the Ra, hitting her with the one. Hebo ultimate comes out, drops Mercury low. Mercury is retreating. Kali is being chased down by Ra. Ra has his passive move speed, picking up right on Kali. Kali Jigs takes down DM Brandon, but here we see two from the red team coming in, chasing Ra down. He's going to try to fight it. He's staying in his heel. Now he chooses to retreat. Remember, Ra has that passive move speed and is able to get out of there, and he's able to safely go back. So now we see Great Minds United keeping the lead 2-1.
Now, Great Minds United, that was amazing. Since Jigs, he soloed for DM Brandon, they know he's a target. Kali is definitely one of the most powerful characters in 1v1s. Buffs have respawned now, which means both teams are just rushing to try and see how much experience they can get. This is a desperate time, since both teams are kind of starts for experience right now.
We see Kumakarna blinking in, going ultimate on Kali again. Mercury picks him up with the special delivery. Kali is dropping low, pops her ultimate just at the last second. You can't ask for a better ultimate than that. However, Mercury is able to finish off Kali, get the kill. They're going to chase down Hercules. Hercules makes it back to his base, and blue team picks up another kill and may be able to get a little bit of damage on this tower if the Hebo decides to back as well. However, it looks like Hebo will stand and defend on the Bushy fanboys.
Taking a real quick look at the item, Jigs has gone into the Warlock Sash. He's going for the more tanky but also damage heavy build. Mexican's going full on cooldown reduction, with already Epic Uppercut having such a short cooldown. The members of the Bushy fanboys are going to be Epic Uppercutted a lot.
Right, yeah, we've seen that so much already. The blink in and the stun on the Kali, and then the ultimate.
Brandon might get caught out.
Oh yeah, we see Kali down here trying to take the speed buff, but Mercury is there with the special delivery, throws him back into Ra, and Jigs hits the perfect ultimate from Mercury's special delivery. What a great teamwork play there.
This is what I was on about. Jigs, he hit that Celestial Beam into Serum Pain so beautifully. It was almost instant.
Yes.
You can tell, with him and Kurishisu, I believe is how you pronounce his name, that teamwork was just unbelievable. Who needs Mexican in this team comp?
Right, and that's just going to make it. Mexican goes in. We see the AoE stun come out. However, Hebo's still alive. We see the ultimate come out from Kubakarna, but he misses. Let me see. We got Kali chasing down Mercury, and we see Hercules boulder throw, I believe. Boulder something.
Excavate.
Excavate. Not even close. Takes down who we kill. We killed Mercury. So now we see 4-2 now, and still with the Great Minds United has the advantage.
Great Minds United do have the advantage. Just quickly looking at the charts, it's a 1.4k gold lead in favor of Great Minds United, but only a 11 experience lead for the Bushy fanboys. So this game is for anyone right now.
Right, and we only see we only see a tiny bit of damage on the Bushy fanboys tower. The Great Minds United tower is still untouched. I noticed something earlier. How do you feel about McLovins, the Hebo, on the red team picking up a Voidstone as his second item?
Voidstone. Personally, I absolutely hate this item. Think it should be removed from the game, but people can use it since Hebo is a very close player. He's a very melee heavy mage, which is quite surprising, but it's true. His abilities have quite short range and need to be in quite close to them in order to get them off. So this Voidstone might work out for him.
Alright, we see Kubakarna coming in on the Hebo. However, Kubakarna is taking a ton of damage from the tower, but is able to stay alive. We see Mercury getting some more harass onto the Hercules. And Mercury is going to kind of try to taunt them with his ultimate, not quite activating it, just preparing it for action.
Now, this is what I was on about just before. Mexicans gone into the steel mail. This is a guaranteed breastplate of valor here, folks. DM Random might get caught out here.
Yeah, we see Kali taking Mercury down very, very low with just pretty much basic auto attacks here. No, I'm sorry, not auto attacks. And then we see Ra dropping low. We see Kuma Karna double kill for the Kali. Can he pick up the triple and the Deicide? Kuma Karna drops down low. He's down.
Kill.
Triple kill. Very, very nice. Yeah, we can't really ask for more from Kali there. And now back at full health due to her passive. So what a great, great play from Kali. And this, we're going to see Bushy Fanboys take the lead here with the tower damage. And they're now up by 1 kill.
They are up by 1 kill. And I was saying that Great Minds United didn't need Mexican. Well, it looks like Bushy Fanboys do not need Gusta or McLovin, since DM Brandon basically 1v3 there.
He did. He dealt all the damage, was able to take that Mercury down so quickly. I think he jumped on the Ra, and then he finished off the Kubakarna later on. It was crazy how quickly, you know, those chin size will really take down any kind of tank or warrior's health. I'm sorry, warrior or guardian's health.
Now the full blink and weakening curse have been have come online now. That means a lot more initiations and cancelling down Kali's passive, which does heal her back up for 80% of her HP if she gets the killing blow on her target.
Right, and so far it hasn't really made too much of an impact. We did see her at full health after that Deicide and the triple kill. We saw her able to help take down the tower. However, you know, it was a Deicide, so it probably wouldn't have really mattered. Even if at a tiny bit of health, she would have stayed and taken down that tower. So we haven't seen it come into play very heavily yet. However, we certainly could during the late game team fights.
Late game team fights is where it's Gus is also picking up the blink. The blink into an Earthbreaker or a Driving Strike can be deadly, since Hercules now is, in my personal opinion, one of the top 4 gods in the game.
He very well could be. If you know, he's always been a threat, and now that he's been buffed, you know, to make him a bit more responsive, we're gonna see him played even more. It looks like Gusta is fairly experienced with the Hercules. I mean, he does own the premium skin, so he must be good with him.
I own a premium skin for Zeus. That doesn't mean I'm good with him. But anyways, let's not talk about my inability to play Smite. Just looking at the items, Gusta has gone into Hand of the Urchin. He is going a very bruiser build. Hand of the Urchin is such a good item. Mexican, unfortunately, sorry, I got my items wrong. Didn't go into Breastplate of Valor, but in fact did go into Sovereignty. He is helping his teammates out heavily, as Mercury and Ra are very squishy characters.
Right, it looks like Ra decided to pick up the Armored Cloak, the Hide of the Urchin, just a bit later on in the game, and I like to see that very early in the game instead of later. We see Kali getting very close to the Ra, and the Mercury drops them both down, gets that AoE stun. Mercury drops instantly. We see Hercules taking down Ra, using his Excavate to finish her off. Kubakarna knocks up Kali into the air, dropping Kali very low, able to pick up the kill. Kubakarna still out there fighting, and is probably going to be able to defend the Phoenix. We'll find out in just the next few seconds how badly that trade was, to see if they can actually get some Phoenix damage onto. I'm sorry, to get some damage onto the enemy's Phoenix from the red team to the blue team.
That was quite unfortunate for DM Brandon, as if it wasn't for the Excavate picking up the killing blow on Jigs, I believe that would have been 80% of his HP back, which would have put him up to full HP and may have survived that engagement. But it's okay. I just want to talk about the Excavate. It's been used well, but 9 times out of 10, Gusta hasn't really used it at the best of times. He's used it on kills that have been guaranteed, which really you don't want to be wasting such a precious ult that does so much damage like that on something so little and so easy to pick up.
It's great if Gusta can use the ultimate to hit multiple opponents. In 3v3 Joust, it does seem to happen very often.
Odin Hercules, ping pong ball, let's go.
Right. Oh, we see
Mexicans
the.
initiating yet again. Epic uppercut onto DM Brandon. Celestial Beam into Searing Pain yet again. This is such an easy play. Weakling Cuts comes out. They look like they really want DM Brandon right now. He's still able to live for a bit longer, but Kurisushi picks up the kill with Sonic Boom. He turns. Major looks out coming out everyone. Glovins looks like he's dropping quite low. Hercules is there trying to do as much damage as possible. XFA is used. Mercury is dropped quite low. McLovin picks up the kill, but he's also quite low.
Hebo's still
Driving
alive
Strike is
somehow.
used to keep them away. This is amazing play by Gusta.
Right, and I don't even know. I'd have to go back and look at that in slow motion to see how that Hebo lived. But we have Hercules dropping down low. Rob putting down the solar beam heal.
Blessing.
Solar blessing. And I still don't know how that Hebo got away. I thought for sure Hebo was gone.
That was some very, very close call, since I bet McLovins was just clenching himself just there. Like, he was biting down on his keyboard, just screaming at his teammates, "Get me out of here now, please!"
Yeah, I'm sure you know that feeling. You tense up, like you're ready to die, ready to see the sky or to see the screen turn black and white. I'm sure we've all been there. We're all fans of Smite. We all play Smite, so we're all ready for that. We're all used to
We're
that.
fans of Smite?
I like Smite. Do you like Smite?
What's Smite?
Ah, man, it's this new MOBA. It's third person. It's really cool.
Ah, cool. Might want to try it out someday. But you know me, I like sticking with my League of Legends. But
Right.
anyways, back onto this game. Looking at the items yet again, Mexicans going into the Witchblade. This item in general, right now as it is, looks like a complete anti-Kali build.
It does, and Kali is dealing a ton of damage, so we're going to see, and we see Hercules hitting the charge onto Mercury, but is able to get out of there. Hebo trying to get some harass down on the Ra. They're chasing them back, pushing them back, but the, nope, when we see the Ra miss the Searing Pain. Yeah. Searing Pain there. So, let's see. Let's see what the Bushy fanboys can do. Now that we got two teams.
Brandon jumping in yet again. Epic uppercut hits him. Mercury's ready to kill, but destruction is used. That's one kill. DM Brandon unfortunately can't find his target. Sleepy is used yet again, but it looks like this is guaranteed since only 2 hits are left. And that means Gusta picks up the kill onto Mexican. Jigs is the only one up right now.
Yeah, DM Brandon had the courage to stay there with that Ra there, and I mean DM Brandon needs one more hit before he dies. Maybe he was trying to lure.
He's going in again.
Yeah, and he missed it. Kali's able to juke the Ra, and Kali is still in there trying to get some damage, and Kali needs one. There's Kali's death finally, and he deserved that. He really did.
Double kill.
Nice, we see Searing Pain. Yeah, very nice from Ra. We see,
Mercury wants one more though.
Yeah, they're going to see if they can chase down the Hercules. Probably not going to be able to catch him. Ra does have that passive movement speed. However, he's not able to catch up with the Hercules. Maybe Hercules can defend the tower. It's going to be tough defending from three attacking enemy gods. Hercules is going to have to get out of there. Hercules knocked up into the air. That Kublai ultimate. Hercules dropping very low, and Mercury is able to pick up the kill. We're going to see if the Great Minds United is going to be able to take down the Phoenix. Kali is up there defending. Now Kali can deal a ton of damage, but she can also drop really quickly. She jumps on the Mercury. And then Ra picks up the kill back on the Kali. So we're seeing the Phoenix and Hebo able to defend off, able to fend off Great Minds United to keep the Phoenix alive, to keep their push from getting a bit too heavy and really helping out with securing the victory here. So we still have a very even game. 10 kills to 11 kills. All towers are down. The gold is only a 400 difference in the favor of Great Minds United. So this is very, very close still.
Like you said, it is very close, and we're just gonna have to wait a little longer just to see the outcome. Both Phoenixes are quite low. Buffs are coming up just for the extra damage that you can now get. It looks like Rose the Hootie is finished on Jigs, but unfortunately not just yet on McLovins. How about a character who can deal quite a lot of damage? Kind of needs that Tahuti to get into the stages where he's two-shotting things.
He
And
he Hebo has built, Hebo has built a bit tanky. He can still certainly deal some damage, but he does have, technically two defensive items. So we're gonna see if Hebo can in fact still deal the explosive burst damage that we are used to seeing from the Hebo, because he's not quite built glass cannon, which is generally what we do see. So we'll see what he can actually do.
we'll see a lot of things. First off, we'll see the Kumbhakana going in for the blue buff. Looks like the entire Bushy fanboys are staying around in mid lane. They want this Phoenix, and Great Minds United want to defend it.
Yeah, they both teams need to defend their Phoenix, because once the Phoenix gets down, they're pretty much forced to stay at their base. We see the Mercury all coming in, knocking Hercules around. However, oh, and Mercury's gonna
Look in the
backdoor.
background.
Backdoor. Oh, and Mercury was almost able to get the Phoenix down. Dealt a ton of damage, but now we have a 2-on-3 situation up at the Great Minds United team. So we're going to see if that Mercury death was in vain. And we got Jigs picking up the kill on Kali, diving in on the Phoenix. That was not a great idea.
Well, in retrospect, that's Kali's entire idea, but the Aegis pendant on Jigs meant that he was able to last, especially with the heavy agility. DM Brandon just couldn't stick to him.
I didn't even. I was not able to even see the Aegis go off. I was down at the other side watching Mercury. I was still coming back from Mercury watching the map there. So yeah, that was great use of the Aegis pendant. If Rob was able to defend and stay alive on the Kali.
Both teams are reaching the end builds right now. Mexican's gone into Soul Reaver. That's 15% of someone's HP gone if they get hit by any of his damaging abilities. So far, looks like the focus has been on DM Brandon's Kali. So, DM Brandon, you might want to watch out for this.
Yeah, and she's the one who's been dealing. Seems to be has been the scariest one, of the team. 6, 8, and 3. She has died 8 times. However, she's certainly probably dealt the most damage of likely the entire game here. So we'll check out the player damage whenever this match ends, and we'll probably see Kali on top with the way things are keep going.
Well, unless Jigs has something to say about it.
Right, unless Jigs comes back and deals quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, we haven't seen Mercury doing too much. We've seen Mercury running from Kali a lot, is what we've seen.
Run away from the Kali. That's been happening a lot lately. But Jigs is staying in. His really tanky build means that he's able to box with Kali. And the pure glass cannon build by DM Brandon means he will go down a lot faster.
Right, we see Mercury over here on the left side. Is he waiting to ult in on the middle guys? We do see a Kali right there. She would be the easiest one to take down. However, she decides to back up. She did get a bit harassed from Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna is going in. Oh, and Kali got the teleport back to base off right before the stun hit from Kumbhakarna.
Let's see if Mercury will go in for the Phoenix push once again. That did sort of work out last time, but looks like the Bushy fanboys have realized and are barely stepping out of their tower, Phoenix range, sorry.
Yeah, if Mercury could get down there, he certainly could take down the tower, I think, at this point. So if he wants to ultimate through everyone and, take that damage, and he's probably going to die as well, that would most likely be worth it.
DM Brandon on the outskirts looking for even something, but he's just going to take a speed buff real quick, and he may still be looking for something. We never know. Wards are coming out now, as both teams know. This is the point in the game where ganks are very likely and could mean the end of the game. Mexican looks like he's going to find DM Brandon. DM Brandon going in straight away. Yawn into the belly bump means that...
wow.
DM Brandon still picks up the kill, though. Unfortunately, he's still able to do enough damage. This is the Kali we're on about. And McLovins picks up a kill.
Yeah, Kali dropped the Kumbhakarna just so quickly. He barely even had time to react. We see Hercules going in on the Ra. Kali gets a stun off on the Ra. Ra's dropping low. I don't think Ra can get out of this. He's juking. hits the Searing Pain, is not able to pick up, and he kills except for Hercules because the Phoenix was able to hit him a couple
Your team
times
has destroyed a
while
middle
Rod
enemy. Your team
DM
has
dealt the
Brandon
less
destroyed a
looks
damage.
tower.
angry. He wants to solo this Titan, just tanking as much as possible. And this is good game, well played to both teams.
Yeah, that
Looks
was
like Bushy fanboys will be getting out of this game with the 5,000 gem prize pool.
5,000 gems. They're going to be able to buy a Smite car now. So we'll look for
A
that.
Smite car.
Yeah, Smite car. It's going to be
Like,
amazing.
instead of walking, the gods just drive around in the Smite car. Like,
Yes, they all have mounts now. It's a Smite car. So we see. Let's go over to the player
are you sure
damage.
Smite's a MOBA?
It's a mobile MOBA.
It's a mobile
An
MOBA.
auto.
Okay,
It's a.
okay, I get you now.
All right, let's. I wanted to check on the damage here because we saw Kali just going crazy, especially dealing a ton of damage. Just pretty much all the gods, especially Mercury, just stayed on Mercury. Every team fight, Kali would jump Mercury. So we're gonna check out the player damage, and we do see Kali way out in front
20,000.
with 20,000 player damage. Next up, being the closest, was the Hebo, also on Kali. I'm sorry, it was not. It was the Ra, the Jigs, which dealt the most damage in second place on the opposite team there. So Kali surely helped out. I mean, obviously, Smite is a team game. You need everyone to win, but that Kali was just dishing out the damage, dropping everyone who got anywhere close to her.
I love it in a 3v3, about 20-minute game. One character was able to deal 20,000 player damage. Like, it seems so unnecessary. This is one of the interesting things on why you should ban Kali. Every single 1v1, 3v3, 5v5, just ban Kali. This is what happens.
Right? She does easily take damage, but she can almost always. She has theoretically. I mean, if you count the stuns, you could even say she has 3 escapes. She has her jump. She has her incense. I believe is her AOE stun, and she has her undying rage maybe.
Her
Uh,
ultimate is destruction.
Destruction. Okay. I think Undying Rage might be from a different video game I'm thinking of. But she does stay alive and is able to get away. Put a sprint on her and she can chase anyone down. She just, and we did see the sprint on the Kali that time. And we just saw Kali dealing tons of damage. Really the prominent god of the game during this matchup.
Well, that has been ETL's 3v3 weekly tournament. We'll be seeing you next week. I have been Acerwinds.
And I am Breticles. Thank you guys for watching us today. Hope to see you next week.
See ya.
Peace. See ya.